Hello everybody, I am SuperPigman64 and this is Piece of Tower CATWEBS. New tower for this video. Only one level in it, so this will be a quick one and done. This is the 5B tower. I know, it's not a hard name to pronounce. Finally a tower name that I can actually say out loud. Away from me. So yeah, one level in this tower, so you know, right here. It's pretty small, it's just this one room. But yeah, I got asked to play this level, so yeah. Not much to say. Red blocks everywhere, background. Changed my skin by accident, god damn it. So yeah, this tower and the following level were made by Ace Does Animates. If you're familiar with the channel, you've probably heard that name a few times. But yeah, asked me to play the level, so here we are. So yeah, without further ado, as I said earlier, the tower is the 5B tower, and the level is 5B. So yeah, this level. First things first, as always, lap 2 portal, right to the left. Here we go. Now you know what it is. So yeah, this level. A lot of bottomless pits, and it's very horizontal. I think it's based on like something, I don't know what it is though, 5B. I think it's based on something actually called 5B, but I want to know. But yeah, this level. It's very horizontal, very bottomless pitty. There's a gap there, but you can't go through it, even though you might want to try it. So yeah, it's simple, not that complicated. Red blocks everywhere, don't fall down, and just follow everything. On that, anyway, yeah, as you can see, pretty much every room this level has is covered in a giant bottomless pit, so you know, don't fall down, ever. Anyway, up here, mushroom. Make sure to grab it. And a nice 100-pointer here, and a bell for later. So yeah, hope you know how to jump, because, you know, if you don't know how to jump, this is going to be a miserable experience. You can get a lot of speed in this level, because, you know, there's a lot of climbing, and you can get to Mark 4 pretty easily. Anyway, these two 10-pointers leading us somewhere. Dash into the wall, first secret. I died. Oh yeah, so this secret, blue purple blocks, so you know what it means. Fire the purple block, hit the purple block. Damn. Make sure to, you know, don't super jump all the way up there. So short of charge, once you get the thing, grab the 100-pointer, hit you again, and then hit this one, and then all the way to the right, hit you, and you can go into the final hole, which leads you to the exit. That was pretty much like the maximum point path you can get from that secret. So, you know, do that for all the points. Anyway, we're past the red zone, and we're heading into the green zone. Oh yeah, so now the purple blocks will, you know, start showing up a lot more, so you're gonna have to start hitting them. There we go. This one doesn't do anything for now. There was a 100-pointer there for you, if you grab it. Anyway, hit you. This one's for later, as you can see by the jump blocks. Cheese slime right there waiting for you. There aren't that many enemies in this level. There isn't much of anything. 10-pointers are pretty sparse. Enemies are, you know, also sparse. You can't get this 100-pointer yet. That has to wait until pizza time. Oh, I guess you can get it now. I'll get it now. You know, just to prove me wrong. Anyway, continue on. Cheese right there for you. Fall under. Hit you. There we go. Oh yeah, there's a tiny little one-step gap here. You can't do anything with it. I just like it being there. I mean, I didn't put it there. I just like it being there. Anyway, continue on. Purple block right there for you. Purple block there. Purple block there. Purple block there. Purple block there. Can't do anything with that one. Keep going. These blocks, have to wait for that. That's what the final secret is for later. Slide through here. 10-meter right there for you. Jump over, and we're into the purple zone. So many purple blocks in this level. Oh, I guess this is more like violet than like outward like purple, I suppose. Anyway, continue on. You can see what I mean. This level is very horizontal. We haven't really gone up at all. Anyway, large conveyor belt section. Make sure you hit the purple blocks in the, so you can continue on. Hit this one to continue. There we go. And just keep going. Whee! Speed! Yeah, you can pretty much hold right for this room and not have to worry about anything. And yeah, here's Jerome's store. That's for later. But when we find Jerome and obviously bring it back, yeah, you can't mark 4 your way through this room. You do have to jump here, sadly. I do like the background, I like how the moon has like a scary face on it, with like the W. Not sure if that was intentional, but I like it. Anyway, we're past the purple zone and we're into like the wooded color zone. Or I guess this would just be a house. Anyway, these purple blocks aren't mandatory, but they're important. They're important for right now. Anyway, sausage right here where this bell is. Go forward to the conveyor belts, and this is what you need the purple blocks for to get to here. Past such a pointer and into the second secret. The second secret, conveyor belt theme based, I suppose. Just keep going, just keep going, just keep going. There we go. There's a few simple jumps. Nothing too taxing. Anyway, keep on going. And now head to the right. Take the upper path. There are 2 paths here. Don't really matter. Both lead to the same place. But the upper path allows you to get more of the enemies. And anyway, here's Jerome. Jerome, thankfully, is unmissable if you get to piece of time without doing it. And he's pretty hard to miss, so... yeah. So if you miss Jerome, that's more on you, to be honest. But anyway, continue on, and eventually, we get to John. Hey, John. Bye, John. And pizza time! So now we just go back to where we came. Yeah, so there's no, escape, I guess, specific rooms in this level. You do just literally go back the way you came. All of it. Anyway, Mark 4, you can pretty much Mark 4 your way through a lot of this. Through that pretty much first room outside the house. But anyway, thanks Jerome. And our treasure, a nice WT coin. No idea what it means, but I like it. It's green. Green's a nice color. But anyway, Mark 4 your way through here, all the way to the left. Don't have to worry about platforming when you've got pure speed on your side. Yeah. Just keep going. Do a tiny hop at the end of this conveyor belt because I don't think you can Mark 4 it that way. And yeah, sometimes you do hit the walls and you do lose all your speed. Like that. But just keep going. Just blitz through. You don't really have to worry about the bubble blocks on the way back as much. When they matter. But anyway, these jump blocks are gone. Uppercut into them. Final secret. This secret, hit the bubble blocks and just fall all the way down. Few 100 pointers there if you're able to, get in the middle precisely. Damn, I tried to be cool, but I failed. Yeah, purple block. Conveyor belt, and a 100 pointer. We'll pretend that I did that the cool way. Anyway, I mean, to be fair, you can skip the final few bits of that, but why would you? There's points in the way. Why would you want to skip points willingly? Anyway, continue on. Hit all the purple blocks you can. Here we go. Just keep going. You have to hit this one. And then you get the fork knight. There we go. Hit this one. Slam. Slam. And just, get the clocks. Hit this one. You have to, I believe. Yeah, those purple blocks right there. Anyway, continue on. Go up here. Hit these purple blocks. There we go. Hit you. And yeah. Again, there's nothing really unique to say about the escape sequence. It is just, you went right the first time, and now you're going left. And now you can just Mark 4 your way through it. Hang on, I want the bell. Yeah, bell. One tiny hop. One big hop right there. Don't fall down, because obviously you have to reset the room, and that's just a time sink. A piece of Ace timer, if you're actually going for max speed on P rank, it isn't that strict. You don't have to worry about. And as you can tell by how the thing positioned, the score requirement isn't that strict either. Anyway, there are no enemies in this room in the escape sequence. So yeah, we're out of here. Let's So yeah, the score requirement isn't that bad. But yeah, we're out of here. So yeah, not too hard a level. If we're being real here. Yeah, everything's not that hard to miss. Medium length level, for being honest here. But anyway, time for the P-Wink. So yeah, the P-Wink. Obviously the level geometry isn't too complex. This is more about a P-Wink of not really making any mistakes. As you can imagine, there aren't that many enemies and there aren't that many like combo timer extensions on any of the rooms, really. So as you can imagine, this is more about just not falling into the pits. Because you know, if you fall into the pit, the room resets and you have to go all the way back, and that's pretty much a death sentence. In pretty much like 95% of situations you're gonna have on this level. So it really is just having a clean one, you know? Just learn where you really have to jump and where it is. Because you do have to do like Mark 4 for like a good chunk of this level because of how sparse the 10 pointers are. You know, there's nothing really that hyper strict about it. There's still like really hyper specific moments, but you know, you do have to Mark 4 through a lot. So, you know, it's more about just learning the level, avoiding mistakes, and just doing what needs to be done, really. Super jump up here, show the charge, and the secrets aren't that bad. Finding Jerome isn't an issue, and obviously getting to Jerome's door is even less of an issue. So really, just don't make any mistakes, and you'll be good. Score requirement isn't that bad, and the pizza face timer is also not the biggest issue in this level, because the combo timer is, you know, that. You know, it's always going to be looming over you, the combo timer on this level. Anyway, Mark 4. Just keep going. Obviously, it does help to remember where the purple blocks are for maximum optimization. But it's not like you have to be perfect or anything. It's just don't fall down the pits and you should be fine. Anyway, if you're at the purple section by this point, you probably remember where everything is. There are just a few tiny hops. The purple section is probably like the simplest area. This purple block is kind of like a trap. I'm not sure why it's there, honestly. Other than just to catch you out and waste your time. Man, but that's like the hardest part about the purple section. Other than like, I guess a few jumps that there are there. There we go. And obviously, you know how to handle Fork Knights at this point. There we go. Get to the second secret. First, grab the sausage. Super jump. Show the charge. There we go. Second secret. This one, not really an issue. Just follow the path. Climb up the wall. There we go. Grab all the points you can. There we go. Hit you. You don't get hit by you. Doesn't matter which path you take here. Get your own if you want. You know, if you've got a bump path, you can super taunt, I guess. Super taunt really doesn't really matter on this level because there are so few enemies. And the only ones that can hurt you are the Fork Knight, so... And do you really need the super taunt for that? Anyway, pizza time! You know, you've done it to the right, now go to the left. Escape sequence isn't that bad. Here, though, it's a little bit. You know, this first room, after that Fork Knight, you do have to book it. Because the next points are really, really there. See what I mean about mistakes? Can't make any. And yeah, there we go. Max speed. There we go. Mark 4 all the way through those rooms. There we go. Just to keep the combo timer happy. Anyway, grab your coin. Thanks, Jerome. And just continue on. Don't fall down here. Cheese slime. Continue hitting the purple blocks because you can. Mark 4 your way through here. There we go. Trust the process. It'll hold. Jump at the end of this long wing conveyor. There we go. I don't think you can make it just on pure momentum alone. There we are. Ow. Avoid that wall. That's a bad wall. Avoid that pit, because that's a bad pit. And my controller just fucking disconnected for no reason. That's... Wait. Okay. So, obviously, avoid controller dying for some reason. I have no idea why that happened. It just plugged in, the light was on. It just died. I don't know why. Just stopped responding to my inputs. But anyway, final secret. This one, you know, pretty simple. Just go down, get all the points you can. There we go. This time your jumps to perfection. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. And you don't have to jump to get in the eye, which is nice. One less thing to do. I'll take it. Anyway, this room, not that bad. This room, uppercut into the bubble block. Get the fork knight, then just get the fork knight again. 1 super jump. 100 pointed there if you want it. I don't. Anyway, continue on. Keep on getting all the bubble blocks that I get. Slide down here, and then we're on to, I believe, this is the, yeah, green to red room. This is probably like the most finicky part of the whole thing because, you know, all the pits. Just, do what I did there. That wasn't the smartest thing, but hey, a working strategy is a working strategy. Just avoid the pits, really, more than anything. Go slightly slower if you have to, just... If you fall in a pit now, it's over. It's over. But anyway, Lat 2. Now you've done it once, do it again. Well, yeah, so, again, this P rank isn't hard in, like, terms of, like, level design or technicality or things you have to do. It's just the aspect of no mistakes. Like, you know, it's just so easy for, like, you know, a controller to die or, you know, like, just one misinput. And, you know, you can just, and you die. But, you know, just trusting yourself. You've done it. You've gotten to this point. Do it again if you have to. Just, let your monkey brain take over. If that is what has to happen for success, then just go full monk. No think, just instinct. But anyway, let's keep going. Collect all the cocks you can. There we are. Nice, this one's a breather. And then super in uppercut. Fork knight. Obviously don't lose it now to, you know, damage. Because, you know, that would just be... That'd be sad, honestly. It would just be sad. But anyway, get you, slide in, and now probably like the last hard room of the whole thing. What you got through here? You know, consider yourself a god. Anyway, big jump at the corner. And just let Mark... just, dropped the mic, I almost lost my controller again. You know, it's important to just keep holding these damn things, you know. One final jump. There we go. And 1, 2, 3, and that should be the end of it. Now just one little thing to go, and we have done it. Not really sure you can make a 5B out of a P-rank! So I didn't even try. Yeah. Yeah, over 7 minutes once you know what you're doing. Yeah, that was it. Going to hit the butter. How depressing. But, yeah. That was everything really to show. So, yeah. That was everything in the 5B Tower. See you guys for whatever comes next.